Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today, I'm gonna be explaining how red orbs work in the old God of Wars. Since there might not be a lot of people aware of how you can get more orbs out of one enemy or a whole encounter. Yes, I know you know how red orbs work, but did you know in God of War 1 you can freeze enemies in the air, and when they drop they give you a lot of orbs on top of the orbs that you still get from them? Yes or no? Whichever it is, I'm still gonna be explaining it. Let's not add more BS to the video. Grab some popcorn or don't. Let's head right into the video. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with how red orbs are connected to the hits system in the game. The hit counter on the right side of the screen isn't there just for show. The higher you go with it, the more orbs you get. This was something introduced in the first God of War game. You reach 10 hits and you get 2 orbs. These are invisible orbs, by the way. They're not like these orbs that enter Kratos. Anyways, then you reach 20 hits and you get even more orbs. You get 4 orbs. Then you hit 30 hits and you get 6 orbs. And then 40, that gets you 8 orbs. 50 hits get you 10 orbs, and so on. After the 50 hits mark, you don't get orbs every 10 hits, so you have to reach 75 to get more orbs, and then 100 to get more, and from there the thing increases. I advise you reset the counter whenever you reach 50, because there's no point in chasing any higher numbers unless you're really crazy, mad, greedy son of a bitch. As a side note, don't listen to this fool. Don't try to reset your combo counter. Make sure to keep it as high as possible. Make sure to keep on rolling so that you keep your combo counter up. It does not drop if you keep on rolling, by the way. I'm sorry I forgot to mention it here. Don't try to reset your combo counter unless you're trying to do some stuff to farm orbs, in which, yeah, reset whenever you reach like 200 or whatever. Just a side note. Even if you don't reset the counter and just play normally, these stack up. You might think hitting that sweet 30 hits combo would only get you 12 invisible red orbs, but imagine the amount of encounters that you go through in these games. The red orbs reward stops when you reach 2000 hits, so that's the maximum. I know you wouldn't reach that much normally, but I just wanted to throw it out there. This can get very crazy if you wanted to. In God of War 3, you have the Bow of Apollo that pretty much farms the hit counter for you, other than the great damage it does. It's so fast and you can rack up hits so fast, it's so good. This is me killing this Talos normally. Now this is also me killing him with the most hits I could get off of him. Also, one more thing that I'm gonna talk about later in the video. The difference in the orbs I got might not be that much, but hey, this is only one enemy. Imagine the amount of enemies that you're gonna grab in this game, right? You can get really greedy with this. This is me farming orbs in God of War 1. This is where you get Medusa's head and you have infinite magic, and guess what Daddy was doing? Counting millions. These hoes don't know how deep this shit is, man. Shit, they'll never know. Have you obsessed over red orbs before? Shit, I've overdosed over them. Fuck, million red orbs on my mind. Yeah. Still I have no answers, none. Someone please help me. Please. I get greedy time to time. Abusing some minotaurs. Fuck 'em. Red orbs keep coming, cause I know how to exploit them. Yeah, I know what to do. Shit, I should keep the silent raging. I keep red orbs on my mind. My mind on my red orbs. And you can't stop me. Greedy, selfish behavior. Damn right. I should upgrade. Yeah, I should upgrade my blaze. This shit addictive as fuck. Fuck. I should probably stop. But I can't help it. Nah. It gets you really greedy once you know about all this stuff. You start playing more carefully and you try to keep that hit counter up, and you get into that Andrew Tate Matrix type bullshit, piss cum. You just start using the bow more, using Chronos Rage more in God of War 2, using this, that, and all the other God of Wars. These orbs rack up without you even noticing it. Now you know how it racks up. And it's great that they're in all the other God of War games, the Grease God of War games. Now that was the first chapter, the hits counter chapter. Now we move on to the next way, which is by petrification, aka freezing enemies, aka shattering them. Again, introducing God of War 1. If you freeze an enemy and shatter him, you get this on the right side of the screen. When I found out about this, I truly got to know how useful and fun Medusa's hit can be. Don't comment any sus shit. On the ground, you freeze enemies and you get the crushed medal. This one gives you 15 orbs. But if you freeze an enemy in the air and he drops and breaks, you get the ruined medal. This one rewards you with 30 orbs. Now imagine the amount of enemies that you can shatter, and oh god. Now this sadly changed in later God of Wars, because as you can see, ground and air petrification kills give the same amount of orbs in God of War 2 for some reason, even though they have a different name. I don't know why they made this change, since it should reward me with a lot more if I cause the enemy to drop and break. Hello God of War 2? Anyways, back to God of War 1, this really incentivizes the player to use Medusa's gaze more, not only for how useful it is, but also because of the orbs. You can get insane with the billionaire mindset. Here's me farming the life out of this shit with these harpies. Harpies are really great since they're already flying, so when you freeze them, they drop and you get the ruined medal and just stack up 30 orbs after 30 orbs. It's so good. Again, I want to make it clear, this is useful in God of War 2, but not as much as God of War 1, since it's the same amount of orbs for both types of kills. Both the ruined and the crushed medal, both of them give you only 15 orbs instead of the ruined being 30, which... Hello God of War 2? Speaking of God of War 2, it introduced a very cool new way of collecting orbs. We enter the next chapter. God of War 2 introduced grab kills that give orbs. These are something else. So you see this little guy that gets you absolutely 0 orbs when you kill him normally? Grab him and you get 5 orbs just for fun. Same thing with games that came after. If you're really greedy, you can go for it. This is called the brutal kill. It's essentially killing a normal or close to normal type enemy with a grab. Other than the orbs that you normally get out of the enemy, you also get 5 invisible orbs, aka just like the hits counter. Isn't that cool? Starting from God of War 2, grabs have another purpose other than full collisions and insta kills, which is the orbs. That's pretty cool. Now one thing I do need to discuss, and is the harpies in God of War 2 and 3. In God of War 2, grabbing a harpy is a brutal kill, just your normal, your average 5 orbs kill. In God of War 3, however, you have mutilation on the harpies. If you grab a harpy, you get the mutilation medal that gives you 10 orbs. It's much better than the brutal kill that you would get in God of War 2. This is exclusive to God of War 3's harpies. You don't get the mutilation on any other God of War. Now back to God of War 2, 3, all the other God of Wars. Brutal kills can also be achieved by executing Orion's Harpoon, aka ground to air grab, aka sex. It gives the same medal. Just a quick little update. You can also get this with the Orion Harpoon or the air grabs. Thank you. Now, other than brutal kill grabs, we have other medals as well. These are ruthless kills. These are set types of professional or heavy big enemies that you grab kill. This type of grab kill gives you 25 orbs, much better than the brutal kill. Make sure to use these grabs because you subconsciously get more orbs while you do them. There are a lot of enemies, as you guys can see on the screen, that have this attribute to them both in God of War 2 and God of War 3. Yes, only these two games have this. For some reason, Ascension missed the memo. It doesn't even have brutal kills. Why? Now, other than the hits counter, freezing enemies, and grabbing enemies, there is a way that I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of, since it's no invisible orbs or anything. It's clear as day. Killing enemies with the blaze grants more red orbs than killing the said enemy with another weapon. I'm at least sure about this in God of War 2. Don't know about God of War 3 though. But anyways, this was more focused on the hits counter, freezing, and grabbing, and how they're connected to the red orbs and how you get invisible orbs that you might not be aware of them. All this time you were playing these games and you would get extra orbs that you weren't aware of. Now that you're aware of them, go ahead and do a greedy run and just show me your skills. Like, go ahead and max out God of War 1's blaze. Like, you can totally do that with just the hits counter and that Medusa room. I hope you guys learned something from this video, or enjoyed it, or both, I hope. Go ahead, rack up these hits and get that enemy with the grab or freeze and shatter him. Your call if you want to be greedy in a run. With that, we come to the end of today's video. It has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Peace.